Hey there folks, Joey D'Angelo's here with another episode of Silent Film Saturday, and this film is very different from our previous film. Our previous film was Show People, which is a Hollywood comedy, and this one is a dramatized version of a factory strike as provided by Sergei Eisenstein. That's right, Battleship Potemkin Eisenstein. This was actually his first feature-length film, and I guess we got to talk about it. So I was able to get this on Blu-ray through Kino, and it was part of a double set with Battleship Potemkin. This includes a documentary on this disc and Eisenstein's first short film. Now I was reading background info on this movie, and this was actually intended to be the first film in a 7-part film series about the government and the state of Russia, if you will. But like many multi-part silent film sagas, it never happened. It makes me think of Abel Gance's Napoleon, which was supposed to be the first of 6 films, even though Gance used the budget for all 6 films on Napoleon, that one film. So that's why the film Napoleon is rather long and only details a fraction of Napoleon's life. This film details the 1903 factory strike in a dramatized fashion. So when you watch this film, you get a couple things. Obviously, the end sequence, the way it's put together, the way it's edited, is incredibly powerful. You can still follow it, even though I was personally never invested in a specific character. It was more about the collective as opposed to specific individuals. Even though there might be some people in this movie that are more distinct than others, it's about the unity and being organized rather than, having a handful of central characters. The villains in this movie are easy to identify. They're fat, they smoke cigars, they wear suits. You just hate them. And that's basically their character trait in this film. I haven't seen Battleship Potemkin in a while, but I might say I like that one more than this one, but that's really just a purely subjective view. This is an interesting film, I would say. Maybe not for the average film viewer, but for somebody who's more interested in silent film viewing or history of cinema, you should definitely check this out for its editing. Obviously, certain shots in the film are just incredibly powerful, and obviously that's done intentionally. Specifically at the very end of the film, where the strike is the defeat of the strike is intercut with the slaughter of cattle, and it's particularly brutal imagery. So that's really not for everyone in that sense. But in any case, Strike is definitely an important feature-length debut from one of the most important filmmakers in cinema. Next week, I'm discussing his most famous film, Eisenstein's Battleship Potemkin. See you next week.